What's up guys, this is John with Iron Health. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 pillars of the squat. We want to be talking about our ankles, our knees, our hips, our core, and finally some common movement faults that we normally see within the squat and how to fix them. So guys, a super common problem that we normally see with athletes is that their heels lift up off the ground and they can't keep everything kind of grounded with those knees tracking over the toes. So usually what this has to do with is poor ankle dorsiflexion. We're going to talk about a couple ways that we can fix it. 2 common restrictions in terms of why we don't have enough ankle mobility are usually either the joint capsule itself or tight calves in the back of the ankle. So how do you tell the difference between the two? If it's a tight joint capsule, you'll usually feel a tightness or a pinching in the front of the ankle when you try and drive that knee over the toes. If it's just tight calves, you'll usually feel a restriction in the posterior part or just the back of the calf when you're trying to drive that knee over the toes, but there's no pinching sensation. So guys, the first common problem is that capsular restriction. So normally if you feel a pinching sensation inside the front of the ankle, you can do all the calf stretches in the world. It's not really going to do a whole lot in terms of changing your range of motion. So what we're going to do with Greg here is show a good self-mobilization to try and clear up that impingement in the front of the ankle. So what Greg's going to do, he has his right foot forward, so he's going to grab his left hand and grip it around the base of the ankle. We're not going around the shin here, we're actually going on top of the foot over a bone called the talus. Normally, when we dorsiflex the ankle, the talus is going to roll and slide backwards. Okay, so we're really just trying to mimic those normal arthrokinematics of the actual ankle joint. So Greg is going to apply a force posteriorly or backwards while simultaneously driving his knee forward over his toes, but still trying his best to maintain a good stable arch, so we're always reinforcing those good mechanics. He can do about 20 reps of these. You can even hold it at the end for about 1 to 3 seconds, and then he can rest. So guys, lastly, in terms of increasing our dorsiflexion during our squat is just a simple calf raise. So this might seem like it's more of a strength exercise. However, at the bottom, Greg is really trying to maximize how much he dorsiflexes his ankle. Doing this actively and incorporating a little bit of active movement with your stretching is actually going to help develop a little bit more control at those end ranges and therefore get this range to stick a little bit more as opposed to just hanging out in a calf stretch for hours.